Hello, Randy Rain here, and I've already done the Armatron. Now it's time for the mobile Armatron. This is
Randy's Robot Garage.
So this is the second time I've shot the opening here because the first one had audio issues. And now I'm shooting this one after I've already got this thing working. So let me tell you, this one's not easy. And it's a little disappointing at times as well. So let me get started. Of course, we start at the bottom, taking out all the screws here. And we'll start with the gearbox down here. Take the wheels off, and the tires are in bad shape. They're going to have to be remade. Desolder the gearbox away from the battery terminals. Inside we have two motors. And some gears that, they're not in the best shape. But the main problem is the mechanism here in the center. And basically all this does is make sure when both of the motors are turning at the same time going forward that they turn at the same rate. That's all this thing is doing. And both parts of it are cracked, and I'm not going to make this, so I'm just going to use my heating technique and just melt it back. This really isn't all that important. If I didn't get this going, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And the crown gears, I may have something like this, but these aren't in too bad. I'm just going to melt the little crack that's forming on it. Of course, the gears on the motors are gone. These are the rare 9-tooth gears. I have those. The gearbox can be put back together. That's good enough for that. Now here comes the really hard part. This body is put together with two bolts. And the problem is these two bolts have Loctite on them. The threads are locked. And it's a massive pain to get these undone. Basically all you can do is just get some needle nose pliers on the nut and get a good bite on the bolt and just get it open. Once you wrestle these bolts out of there, you can take the bottom off and it just snaps off of here. I'm going to go ahead and desolder from here. Because now I got to get this off. Wow, big fat spring there. And a screw just for wires. My goodness. Whew. That was hard. Hopefully there's not any more of that crap. Which there's one right freaking here. It looks like they're purposely stripped. How the hell am I gonna get that? Well, that was easy. Just wedge a flathead screwdriver in there. That was the easiest one so far. Let's have a look in here. Well, I definitely see gears to replace here. I'm sure that one. No, that one's fine. This one's not. That one's cracking. I have a lot of these little smaller worm drives because this one's cracking. But you can see there are cracks in it. Oh yeah. That'll be fine. Yeah. Interesting how I didn't know there wasn't anything there, that this part was manual. I thought this was going to be another bolt, but I don't think so. Nope, no bolt this time. What you doing? Here's the transfer one. Oh, okay, that comes out. That went there, there. And this big gear with a crack in it. Well, here's something new. Oh wow, first of all, those just came off. And then there's like this little cap thing on this guy. Still didn't stop it from cracking, I can see. But that looks fine. The big cracks here. This is for a, little slipping mechanism. Guess I should just try to fix that now. Go right into that crack and just melt it back. Actually works pretty good. That's an interesting take on it. I can see it didn't stop it from cracking though. And that would be a 9-tooth gear on there. Gears. Alright, that should be a working version. Okay, here's the last part. Well, okay. Well, this will slide out right there. And that can do that now. Okay, so there's a ratcheting system that spins here. It obviously opens that up. So what you have here is one motor controlling two things. When it spins one way, it's going to turn this big gear, which turns the wrist. When it spins the other way, it turns this plastic piece right here, which opens and closes the jaw. You see, crack, 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 all up there. Cracking all on there. Cracking on there. And cracking on there. So all those are cracked. Alright, well, that one's cracking. This one's all kinds of cracked. But it's an 8-tooth. And this guy, I think this will work. That will work there. Which both of these are cracked. Okay, that will work. Just one problem. This crown gear is just completely cracked. That's not a standard size. Alright, well I have no choice but to try my melting technique. That's pretty tight. It's gonna have to work. I might as well hit this with some 3-in-1 oil. Motor goes like that. This can go in. Okay, if it works correctly, one direction should turn this black thing, the other direction should just turn the shaft. That's the shaft. This should be the black thing. So one should open and close the claw, and the other should spin the claw. Now the other direction. Well, it works like a charm. Okay, moving on to this one. Go ahead and give this motor some oil. Alright, let's see what happens with this one. I didn't really realize that this one is just manual here. No motor. I just wonder if I should change out that gear anyway. And there is a hairline crack starting on the side without the little ridge. I'm going to go ahead and change it. I'm just going to squirt some oil down here. That's the manual one. Yeah, so I worked on this yes, this is all that screw does. There's all the cracked gears that I pulled out of there. So as you can see, the tires are just gone big flat spot here, and they're just crumbling into pieces. So I 3D printed this out. It's not quite here. I know you go in there. So there it is. It has 5 motors in it. The Armatron used 1 motor. This thing can move, yeah, but the Armatron could go back and forth and up and down just like this can, really, and the movement's kind of iffy on it anyway, but it does move. This one doesn't even move here. This is a manual. I mean, that's kind of lame. Come on. Where on the original Armatron, that one moves. And then, of course, there's the wrist here. That moves back and forth, just like the Armatron. But then on the Armatron, you can open and close whatever you want to. This one's a continuous thing where it opens and it closes, and it opens and it closes. And then the wrist only turns one direction, where on the Armatron, it turns both directions. And then the whole battery thing where it moves one direction with these batteries and then the other direction for the other batteries. That's kind of lame. That's not a good way to do it. I don't know. Not TOMY's best engineering work, that's for sure. But it does work, and I'm going to show you. So let's see. I have a little rubber ducky here. I'm going to cover it with a paper cup. And then I've got some tally-ho deck of cards. And then I'm going to take off the tally-ho deck of cards, set those down, take the cup off, put the duck on top of the cards, and then put the cup over the duck. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I don't know, YouTube relies on it and they say they don't, but I think they do. And if you want to see more of this stuff, please hit that subscribe button. I think that relies, I don't know. Anyway, I want to thank these people right here. These are patrons. These are people helping me out. And these are the people who brought you how to fix this complicated mobile Armatron with all of these glued up bolts inside there. So thank them if you're trying to fix a mobile Armatron, and if you enjoyed this video and all that stuff, I sure thank them. If you want to become a patron, there's of course links and all that and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was
Robot Garage.
And I'm kind of disappointed in the electronics here. It uses 4D batteries, 2 of them to turn one direction, 2 of them to turn the other direction. And when it turns, it only does one wheel. I thought something was broken here, so I just figured out this whole wiring thing. And basically what it does, if you want to turn, it just pushes this one down or this one down, which just connects either this one to here or this one to here. It's only one wheel, this one. The other one is isolated because it's this, that's the other one here. So to go forward, what happens, this one gets pushed down and that one gets pushed down. And for reverse, these two get pushed down. So the only time this wheel over here goes is forward and backwards. Turning is all done by one wheel. I don't know, seems kind of lame.